And up until this last storm, she hardly ever left the shop.
Port Arthur, Texas is inundated as Harvey made landfall and lingered overnight. Search and rescue operations were suspended at nightfall because the conditions were simply too dangerous.
911 wasn't answering the phones. Coast Guard was doing roof rescues in deep, deep Port Arthur. I mean, no one was coming for our neighborhood.
You had a certain amount of time that fire trucks couldn't handle that deep of water.
Every fire truck was already drowned out. Hundreds of 911 calls were coming in where the people were already needed evacuating.
Folks are on social media simply begging for help.
And I knew that I had the ability, sitting here in the shop, to go do what I needed to do.
And then he texted me, I don't know, 8 o'clock that night, 9 o'clock that night, and said that somebody needed help, and I wasn't gonna let him go by himself.
It's a friend of my wife's. Her daughter just had a newborn. I think it's a week or 2 old.
All of us were trapped at this point inside. Nobody's going anywhere. And I thought, there is no way that I can stay here with a 2-week-old baby. And her, she was a nervous wreck.
So then me and my mom kind of started to panic, and I was kind of ready to leave, and it was kind of like we couldn't leave because it was just the storm was too bad. We couldn't get her out.
So I got on Facebook because, that's what everybody does. And I'm like, I'm stuck here with a 2-week-old baby. How am I gonna get out of here? And a few minutes later, Brandon's like, I'll come get you. Just get ready, I'll come get you.
There were waves breaking over the road. There was water coming over the hood. Lightning was hitting telephone poles right next to the truck. Boats everywhere. It kind of snowballed after that. Once I got them out and word got around that I was moving people to higher ground, it was one call after another, message after another.
Just to have that text saying, someone's gonna come get you, it's okay. We know you're there, we're coming, just wait.
When we looked out the window, Moose pulled in the driveway with that big white truck of his.
Oh my gosh, it was like you felt like we were safe. I was safe.
Majority of the night was Brandon driving, and I would jump out of the truck and, help women and children and men, whatever, up the ladder into the bed of the truck, and then put the ladder in, close the tailgate, get in and keep going.
They had it down to a science. Moose would pull in, he'd jump out, and he'd open the door up, and we'd start trying to climb in. So they'd saved a lot of people that night.
And there was several times I jumped out of the truck that was over my head. And we was in people's driveways, and I'd jump out of the truck and it was over my head. So the water was over. The water be over my head.
He came through with that giant truck. It was a godsend.
I guess we backed out of the shop about 9:30 that night, and we moved people until about 5 o'clock the next morning. I say we moved roughly 120 people.
We actually picked up an elderly couple that night, and the guy flat out told us, I've always hated these trucks.
He wasn't happy about climbing in the truck. Once he got in the truck, he told his wife, he says, I'm always cussing you about seeing these trucks on the road.
Well, I didn't cuss, but I'd make funny jokes about them.
We got him in and got him out, and he was happy to put his feet on some dry ground, that's for sure.
You'll never hear another joke from me out of that, because, they did, like I said, they were angels. They saved a lot of people.
It was pretty, I guess, kind of stuff ballsy. It was pretty ballsy. A lot of people probably wouldn't have done that.
I'm just one of hundreds of thousands of people that helped. That's the part of Texas that gets off their ass and makes things happen.
This area has a lot of good old boys. That's the thing. With a flood, you need guys out there like that.
It takes that type of guy that just doesn't think about it and go out there and help someone. It's in your heart. You got to go out there and, really care. And You know, I think it's kind of a Texas thing altogether, but it's really, really strong in our area.
I think it is the Texas, not so much the pride, but the independent spirit.
I'm thankful that he didn't think twice to say, I'm on my way, I'll come get you. And if I called him today, right now, it would be the same. He has a servant's heart, that's for sure.
It's all worth it, you know? It's all worth it. Truck can be fixed, like I said. You can't replace a person.
Buick GMC in Florence.
Is it flooding beer? Not yet.
Not even caring. Everybody teased him until today. Oh, what? Let's do it. Craig, follow him. This guy is so prepared. Come on, baby. Some of the water drain out. Hold it.
Got everyone on our street clean now, thanks to Neil. Yeah!
Get it, boy, get it.